Hello students, in the previous lecture we have studied about the potential due to point charge and system charge. Now we'll go through one of the topic, that is equipotential surface. So what is this equipotential surface? Is nothing but a surface composed of all those points having the same value of potential. Means if you have a surface, over that surface all the points are having the same potentials, so that is nothing but considered as the equipotential surface. Or you can define equipotential surface is imaginary surface in the electric field of a given charge distribution in which all the points on the surface are at the same electric potential. So you can define like this. So that is what no work is involved in moving a charge around on an equipotential surface. Means there is no work to be done in moving a charge around the equipotential surface. The equipotential surface in a potential field of a point charge are spheres centered at the point charge. So equipotential surface in the potential of a potential field of a point charge are nothing but a spheres, so centered at the point charge, right? So the equipotential surface in the potential field of a line charge are a cylindrical surface acts at the line charge. Means equipotential surface depends on the what type of the charge distribution. If it is a point charge, the equipotential surface is like a sphere, and if it is a line charge, the equipotential is like the cylinder. And if the equipotential surface in the potential field of sheet of charge are nothing but surfaces parallel with the sheet of charges, right? It can be like a sheet of charges parallel to the sheet, right? So like this, it depends on the type of charge distribution, right? So next we'll now prove that for the system of charges the potential is also independent of path taken, right? So that is what continuing the discussion. The potential field at the point R due to a single point charge Q1 located at R1 is given by, so VR is equal to V at R is equal to Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R minus modulus of R minus R1, right? So here the potential field is at the point R due to a single point charge Q1 located at R1 is given by this one, right? Now the field is linear with respect to charge, so that superposition is applicable. We can make a superposition. That is what I have told about the point potential due to several point charges. So here you can apply the superposition principle. Thus the potential arising from end point charges is VR is equal to Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught modulus of R minus R1 plus Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R minus modulus of R minus R2 plus up to Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught modulus of R minus Rn. So totally we get potential at a point P due to several charges. The summation of M is equal to 1 to N Qm by 4 pi epsilon naught into bracket R minus Rm. So this is what potential, and this potential due to several point charges. And in this you have to notice the reference point of zero potential is still assumed to be as infinity here, right? Now potential field of a system charges. So here potential field of a system charges, here if each potential charge is now represented as a small, or you can call it as a conservative property, each point is represented as a small element of a continuous volume charge distribution rho v delta v, then VR is equal to, we have to replace the Q value, that is what rho v R1 del v1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R minus R1. So if it is the volume charge distribution, and rho v R2 del v2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R minus R2, and same up to for Rn and Vn, right? As the number of element approaches infinity, we obtain the integral expression, that is what integration over volume, that is VR is equal to integration of volume rho v R dash dv dash divided by 4 pi epsilon naught modulus of R minus R dash. Okay, this is for the potential due to system of charges for what volume charge distribution. This is the expression for potential. And now if the charge distribution takes from a line charge or a surface charge, that is what VR is equal to integration over rho L r dash dl dash divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r minus r dash modulus, right? And also you can write it as what, for a surface also, integration over surface rho s r dash ds dash divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into modulus of modulus of r minus r dash. So therefore what we have discussed is, we have evaluated the potential due to a system of charges. That is, the one is you can have a due to several point charges, or one you can have a due to various number of volume charge distributions and line charge distributions. Okay, so now next, as the illustration, let us find the V on the Z axis for uniform. So we see an illustration, so let us find V on the Z axis for uniform line charge rho L in the form of a ring, that is rho is equal to A and in Z is equal to 0 plane, right? So this is one of the illustration for uniform line charge. That is what we see, we evaluate potential due to line charge. So this is a circular ring, you can see this is a rho L which is having x axis, y axis and z axis, and this is r dash which is the distance from origin, and this is a differential length dl dash, that is a d phi, right? And this is nothing but r minus r dash modulus root of a square plus z square, right? And this is a rho is equal to a distance and z is equal to 0 plane it is, and from this point to this point the distance is r, right? The 0 0 z it is, right? Now this is what a uniform line charge, potential due to uniform line charge rho L, that is in the form of what, in the form of a cylindrical, so form of a ring for a line charge where at a distance of rho is equal to a and the z is equal to 0 plane. Now VR is equal to rho integration of rho L r dash dl dash divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into bracket r minus r dash. This was our equation. Now in this equation what we can do is, we can put the value of limits, that is 0 to 2 pi integration rho L a, we have to put, instead of r dash it is nothing but distance a, d phi dash it is, right? It is nothing but d phi dash 4 pi epsilon naught r minus r dash modulus is root of a square plus z square. So therefore after integration what you will get, rho L into a divided by 2 pi epsilon naught root of r a square plus z square. So this is an illustration example for line charge and how to find out the potential if we are having a line charge distribution. The potential arising from point charges or a continuous charge distribution can be seen as a summation of a potential arising from each charge or each differential charge. So it is independent of path chosen. So this is one of the illustration, right? Now next we see with zero reference at infinity, the expression for potential can be taken as generally VA is equal to integration of minus infinity to a e dot dl, right? So our potential difference is nothing but taken as, see, if zero reference is at infinity, that is what, one point is at infinity, the expression for potential is generally this one. The potential difference is nothing but VAB, that is VA minus VB. So therefore integration minus integration of B to A e dot dl. Both the expression above are not dependent on the path chosen for the line integral, regardless of the source of the E field, right? So for the static fields, no work is done in carrying a unit charge around any closed path. So integration over a closed surface E dot dl is nothing but considered as a 0, right? Meaning is what, there is no work done in considering the moving the what unit positive charge around any closed path. So therefore there is work done will be 0. Hence this property you can consider it as a conservative field or a conservative property, right? So where integration of closed path E dot dl is a 0, that is what, it is regardless of path chosen but not dependent on path for line, regardless of a source E field. So potential conversion in a simple DC circuit problem is in the form of KVL. You are knowing about this KVL, right? So this is about what we have discussed in this section, that is we have discussed about the equipotential surfaces, and we have discussed about how this potential can be evaluated for if we have several point charges, and also we have evaluated the potential field due to system of charges. That is nothing but due to a volume charge distribution. One is volume charge distribution, one is the line charge distribution, one more is the surface charge distribution. And also we have seen one of the illustration of line charge, evaluation of potential due to line charge, and also we have seen about the concept of the conservative field. Thank you.